K-Rock, Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews, the MARR Army Rock Show. I'm here with Any Given Sin, who we have not had on the show for, I think I looked, it's been 5 years since the band's been featured on the show.
Wow.
And I guess I don't want to be a bandwagon guy, man, because Dynamite's taking off and you guys are under a lot of, demand these days. So give me an update on the band lineup, first of all, for people that maybe haven't, seen you guys in a little bit, and how this group came together.
The Mike Showalter, myself, Mike Connor, and Rich were the original members of Any Given Sin. We've been together for, is it 5 years? Is that what you said? Because I don't know.
That's how long ago I had you on the show, so it's been probably that long. Okay. I guess, maybe.
That's about right.
Close to it.
So, something like that. 5 or 6 years. We had another vocalist for the first 2 EPs. 2.5 years ago, we got introduced. I'm not going to say stole Vic Ritchie, because that's it's illegal to steal, but his band from Louisville, Kentucky, came up and played shows with us in Baltimore, and I really liked him. So it took about 2 years, and we ended up jamming. The circumstances being what they may, we lost our singer. He was available, so we joined forces, and I think the first song that Vic introduced me to was Dynamite, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I do believe that's true. And we met on Grindr, not on.
Yeah, I didn't know you wanted people to know that.
That is Mike and Vic.
Give us a little bit of your intro into the band. So talk about what that was like. When these guys approached you, and give us the story.
Right. Well, me and Mike had just kind of left the Trust Divided project, and I was looking for something closer to home to get involved in, definitely. And like I said, we just kind of, I went over the first time and we just kind of sat on the couch and jammed, and what came out was at the end Dynamite, and we were like, well, this is a really cool song, so let's run this down and take it as far as it can go.
Originally that song was actually going to be an acoustic song, one acoustic guitar and a vocalist, and we came up with the idea. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, sitting on my couch, and Vic actually introduced it to me, and I was like, it's really cool. And we talked about, what do you think this would sound like if it was a fully orchestrated band song? So, shit on it. Let's try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll make it an acoustic song. And obviously, it worked pretty well.
That was one of the things I was going to ask you about, because that tune, for you guys being a heavier band, did it kind of take you back a little at first? Did you feel like you were taking a risk with that song because it's not maybe as heavy as your other stuff?
I personally, I'm just speaking for myself, I personally did not, because I felt it was a very strong song right away. We don't look at something that's like, oh God, we can't use that because it's not heavy enough, or it's too light, or it's too whatever. If it's good and it works and the chemistry's right, we just kind of go with it.
So there's a very well done music video out there for Dynamite. So tell me a little bit about the making of that video, and then the story and the kind of powerful message which lives in that video.
For the video part,
that was the song is obviously about the struggles and loss, and everybody's had those. I had a couple different. I actually wrote the video. But I had a couple different ideas of what I wanted to make the video about, and the one that came about that kind of struck home for me was a young girl struggling with depression and eventually suicide. So it took, for 3.5 minutes, it probably took 3.5 months to get it all together and get the right picture in my head and get it directed and all that, finding the right director and all that stuff, and it turned out pretty well. And what people may not know is that that entire video was shot in my house.
Oh wow! Chains from the ceiling and all.
Everything. If anybody from the police is listening, those chains are not in my on my wall anymore.
They're in this bedroom now.
But yeah, we just changed scenes, and pretty much every aspect of that video was done in my house.
So the tune is really just elevated you guys to a whole different level, and I was just hearing you talk about it a few minutes ago. You're in a different place than you probably were, a couple months ago. Yeah.
Right.
So
Unbelievable.
So what's coming up next? Is your head just spinning, or are you trying to figure out what's going to be the next steps?
Hopefully, I guess the next step will be picked up by a major management company, then a major booking agency, and from there, we'll see where it goes. Because we're going to need a major booking agency to book us onto the tours, which we have not booked any tours at this point yet. Like I say, it's only been 8 weeks, so since the inception of Dynamite on Sirius XM Octane. So we will see how it goes. we were pretty excited today. We had no idea. We were actually driving here to the show, and we were listening to Octane, and the top 15 biggins came on, and we were number 11 for the last 3 weeks, and they got down to 11, it wasn't us. They got down to 10, it wasn't us. Then at 9, 8, 7, I was like, okay, we fell off the chart. And then, lo and behold, number 5, we made number 5 this week.
So, hey, I want to throw a question to your singer, man. First of all, you're probably sick of the Brent Smith comparisons, but anyway. So I'm not going to do that, even though I just did.
Let's not forget John Snow.
Even though I just did compare you. So people may want to know your background a little bit. I mean, are you a formally trained singer? Is this natural talent? Tell us about how you can do what you do.
Right. So when I was in high school, I played drums. I was a drummer. I had no aspirations to sing. And then
Phil Collins.
That's right. and then I had a CD. It was a Chris Cornell solo album, Euphoria Morning, was stuck in my boombox that was put into a DC converter into my Seafoam Green Ford Escort that had no radio taped it, nothing.
Seafoam Green,
and it was stuck. And literally for like 6 months I just sang along to this song, and one day I was like, oh my gosh, I can actually maybe I can do it, you know. And it just kind of went from there. I took 6 months of formal training with a woman from the Boston Opera. She did 13 years, and it was like once a week for 6 months, and learned a lot, and I think grew a lot. But other than that, it's just been kind of, you know, a little bit of alcohol and a little bit of confidence, and just trying to do it, you know, trying to figure it out. But
so, are you guys still writing now, or have you already written? So, like, are we? And I know you said you got some folks looking at you. So, are we looking at maybe another single coming out, or an EP, or a record? Or are you just going to kind of see where things go in the next little bit?
The single is already packaged up and boxed up with a bow on it. New video's out. It's just waiting for the powers that be to tell us to drop it.
So, how far-reaching has Dynamite been? Like, where have you heard from around the world that you were like, holy crap, somebody in this place?
Germany is, I know there was somebody in Germany, because I didn't know where it was from. I had to have it translated.
Yeah, it was Czechoslovakia or something too. Remember that one website that did the whole little review on the
that's
song?
right. Yes,
Yeah,
is
and
that what it
again,
was?
we had to get the Google translator to even read it. But yeah, so that was pretty impressive.
Now, I know whenever, going back through the years when we've seen you in this Western Maryland, Western PA kind of area. Talk about the music scene out here, because you guys are kind of from all over the place. Is this kind of a special area to you, or is it not somewhere you play? I mean, you played here a lot, right? Over the
This
years?
is our second time here. I know the last time we played here, I blew a tire on the way home, so I had bad memories this place.
That was a fun show.
Where is you don't have a home base, do you? Like, is there a home venue for you guys? Like, are you the
Yeah, we're road horse, wherever. There is no one specific spot. Every place that we played a couple of times, a few times, whatever. But
So, hey, when I ask you this question, we're a PG-13 show, so I'm gonna ask it anyway. Well, do you have a pre-show ritual? Is this it? Like, what's the band's pre-show rituals that you do, or traditions?
well, if it's PG-13, I can't say.
I get that response so often when I say that. Do you have to go through a lot? I mean, is there much warm up? I mean, I guess especially maybe for you, do you have to go through a big routine before you come out, or you just kind of come out and hit it? I mean,
it's kind of. I mean, I try to warm up like 30 minutes before, but I don't really have a routine. I try not to drink as much as I used to back in the day before a
probably
gig.
good for vocalists.
But
yeah.
I wish I did. I should have one, but I don't. Just to be honest.
So, what has been, since you've gained this sudden fame, and as I say sudden, I mean, you've always been a fixture in the region, but what has been the biggest misconception about your band so far from people that are just getting to know you?
We're not shined out.
Again, we're not shined out. You know, I got to admit this to you guys. It has happened to us, where the song came on, and I went, wait, oh no, that's not them. So, hey, I appreciate you guys taking the time with us. Anywhere you want folks to go to see your stuff, hear your stuff, and where's the best place to go? Your Facebook page, Spotify, where's the best thing that can help you guys right now?
I think we're on all of the social media platforms, all the streaming platforms. Pretty much all you have to do is Google Any Given Sin. It'll take you wherever you want to go.
Get out there, see that video to Dynamite. It's a powerful music video. And guys, it's good to talk to you again. It's been way too long. We're going to enjoy the show tonight, and thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.